Welcome to our new video. Today we're going to see how to connect PHP to MySQL database. I'm going to be using Kali Linux, but you don't worry, even if you're using Windows, any operating system, it's fine. You don't have to get scared and say they're going to use Linux and stuff. No, it's not. That's not the case. It's going to be the same code. So what you got to do, you have to go, if you're using Linux, you're gonna do this, but if you're using Windows, you can go to your WAMP server straight, start your WAMP server, and then we start. So here in Linux, to start this, what you're gonna do, you're gonna say you're gonna type in and say service Apache 2 start. Okay, if we start that service, then also we're gonna go and say service, we recall this command, same command, then we're gonna change here and we put MySQL, then we say start. Okay, once those two services are started, we can go to something like you go to your browser and you type in. What we're gonna get is gonna be local. No, we're gonna say that's gonna be PHP MyAdmin. Yes, we're gonna log into PHP MyAdmin. Yes, this is where we are. We're gonna select root, then we log in. Why are we logging in here? We want to see which database we wanna use. So there's a database here already, but I'm gonna create a new one just for us to connect to. Let's say PHP MySQL. We're gonna call it that name, create PHP MySQL. Okay, we created this database called PHP MySQL. So this is the database we're gonna connect to, and I'm gonna go to also to WAMP, and I'm gonna go to PHP. I'm gonna go and create a folder. I'm gonna go to the folders and create what? Something like, if you're using Linux, you're gonna go like this. You can click on that location and go here, and also look for var, and then you look for ww, then inside you can go to this. You create a folder. We can create a folder there called php pm. We're gonna call that folder PM. In that PM folder, we're gonna create a file in here, a PHP file, which is we're gonna name it index. So you're gonna go to your your notepad, and we created this notepad, and you open and say PHP, then you come here and close this, then we can say echo. We're gonna say echo, I want to connect. Okay, so after, we can save that in our PM. We're gonna name it index.php. After making index.php, then we're gonna go to our folder, whereby we're gonna go to var ww, then we go to HTML, then we go to PM. We're gonna save it there. After saving that there, we wanna test this page if it's working. If it's working, then we're gonna be good to start coding our database. We know the database name, which is gonna be MySQL. So what we're gonna do, there's no tables in there. We're gonna copy that. After copying that, then we can say we're gonna put it here. We're gonna comment it because we're gonna use it. So I'm commenting on that to put it there so that we're ready when we start. We won't have a problem to go to look for the database name or to check if it's correct or not. So since we want to do many stuff here, we're gonna go to the browser, and we say localhost, then we say PM. So when we say PM, then we say enter. It says not PHM, PM. Yes, it says, you can see what it said. It said I want to connect. Since this guy wants to connect, we're gonna say if no, we don't want to start things in a wrong way. We wanna do what? We're gonna start things in a right way. I wanted to start doing the what? The thing. The what? The if statements. But we're not going to do that. We're going to start things in my way. But now the database we're gonna be using is gonna be what? We're gonna use PHP. We're gonna use MySQL. You get me? So that's the database we're going to deal with. So we're gonna use also PDO. We're not going to connect using those old methods. You get me? So it's better we use a PDO because it's gonna be something like modern, which is gonna help you all the way, all the time. So I guess you understand, and we're going to start now. If you've prepared already, I'm doing things slow so that you manage to prepare yourself and do things and follow up. So sometimes when you are a little bit faster, people can't understand what you're talking or what you're saying to them. So I believe that is something which can help us all to be aware of that. We should do what? We should do things in a quicker way. This is one of the things I wanted to use this also, but I don't think I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use something else. I don't think we're gonna need more of design work. We won't need much of design work. We're gonna just need something simple. We don't need something complicated. So in real life, we don't want to make things so complicated. We want to make things so easy, so that we start. So we're going to delete this line anyway. Why? The reason why we're deleting that line, we do not need that line. So firstly, we have to say con, which is going to be the connection, equals to new. Then we say PDO, it's going to be capital letters, PDO in caps. Then you enter there, then you end there. So what we're going to need here, we want to do single quote, then we say MySQL, that's the thing we're going to use, then colony, then we say going to be local. We're going to say host is going to be localhost. Then we say equals to localhost. Then after doing localhost, putting in localhost, then you put this semicolon. Then after say db name equals to you remember our name we put, this is the name we need, that's why we kept it here, so that we remember it. Then we come in here, we paste that, after that equals. Then after pasting that, now we're done with the part of the database. So now what we know we need to do, we put a comma, we put a space, we put double colon, then we put our username, which is gonna be root, if I'm not mistaken, and then password should be also root, something like that. Put in root. So this is the way it works. Then after that we save. Then we're going to test our connection. If it works, then it's okay. If it doesn't work, it's gonna show us an error. Okay, you see, it simply means it works. But now we need to, you see it's a blank page, we need to tell it, if you're working, please tell us what's going on. Because here we just made something, but we don't have any proof that it's working. The only thing that we don't see any error, that's why we think that it's working. Then we say if, this is the if statements I wanted to do before. Then close this. Inside here you're gonna say con, if the connection is established, then tell us something, but else then tell us also that no, there's no connection made here. So if connection is made, then tell us echo. We're gonna print this, say we're gonna echo this, which is gonna be yes, I am connected to the database called PHP MySQL. PHP MySQL. Yes, but else, if it's not connected, it's gonna tell us. Should say echo no connection. No connection. Okay, then we save, then we run our page again. We ask this page, are you okay? Still we don't see anything. So what is that? What does that mean? It simply means there's something, but it doesn't tell us that there's something wrong. And also we did not switch on the errors so that we can see the errors. So to do that, we have to find out, okay, is my this is right? Okay, let me look into this MySQL. Okay, equals to localhost. Okay, then db name, then this is the name, database name, then the root. I'm gonna change the database to Musa. There's another database I know. That root could be wrong. Then we say okay, nothing is happening here. So but now we need an advanced thing to show us that what's going on. We have to, there's a code I know for setting up the errors. Let me check it for you here, and I paste it in there so that we can get the errors and we understand what's going on. So we're gonna switch on the errors using that code. That code just helps us to take up to find the problem. So still we can't get anything, and we're really gonna ask ourselves what could be the reason why this is happening like this. Okay, so let me check something quickly. That should be a problem. There is a problem here, a major issue, not something small. There's something we're doing small which is not okay. MySQL host equals to localhost, then colony db. Maybe I should change the database. Then I see localhost, yes, db name MySQL, PHP MySQL. So let me take this. There's something I wanna get and try to diagnose and see what's the problem here. But that's the code, but I can't leave you like that when I haven't proved to you that it's working. It's not working still, which is something annoying. And we say con echo yes. Okay. I'm gonna set a root. What could be the problem here? What could be the problem here? Okay, let me follow line to line. I'm following line to line to see if this is working. Yeah, you see now the problem is here. We need to have a comma here, something simple that's made us to be in trouble here. We need a comma here, and that's the thing I didn't put in. I could not see that. Yes, I'm connected to the database code. Yo guys, I'm very sorry. So I'm gonna go take my thing here and also take this. Sorry for wasting a lot of time. I'm gonna delete this also. We don't need this. We only need one line to connect to PHP. Okay, so but if we put in, let's put in a wrong name here to test what the code do. We're testing now the first, but now we're gonna test the first line. So let's see what's gonna go on. You see, it tells us, it gives us the error here. So it doesn't bring this, but that shouldn't be a major issue for us. It should tell us there's no database, what if it's not connected. Okay, leave that, we don't have to play with that. Let's play with something else, like let me put in a wrong password, and we don't have access to that. It doesn't give us anything, so simply means it doesn't give us the error. Why that is happening? But anyway, we finished that. Everything's working properly. I'm just testing if we want to get something like advanced to fix stuff. Yes, this is what I wanted to do. It said if you put this, it's gonna give you the error. It said access denied for user root. It simply means the data, the password is wrong. So we're gonna put back the password and this, you might need this code up, but not necessarily all the time. So okay, it's connected, but now if we put in a wrong, okay, I'm putting a 00 on top of this, and you see it gives us this. So it gives us another error. So unknown database, it says the database is not known. Okay, so that is cool. So we're gonna say this, and also we can trick this and say if is not, we say if is not if is not connected, it should give us the second message, and if is connected, it's gonna give us this message. We wanna test our if condition statement. If it's right, it's gonna be no connection. No connection. If there's no connection, then it should tell us. You can see it jumps and give us the second thing. So if it's not connected, it's gonna give you this. If it's connected, it's gonna give you this. Yeah, which is right, guys. I think you can delete this if you want. We only need, even these are extras just to help you, but the only line you need is this line only. You need your database name, you need your user, and the password. You get me? Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video.